YouTube, what the crap's going on? Earlier today you saw me face a Vanguard Dwarf army as the Skaven, and once again a Skaven player finds himself up against a similar thing, except he's got Queek, a Plague Priest, let's check out his army, Storm Vermin, interesting unit. I mean, they do have anti-armor, but they're definitely an anti-large unit. Skaven Slaves, Clan Rats, lots of Skaven Slaves and Clan Rats all over, and then there's some Censer Bearers out on one flank. Interesting army, all infantry for the Skaven. I mean, the Storm Vermin are going to be a tough unit. You see here the one minor blobs, and then the Iron Breakers are just going to unload on a blob of Skaven infantry. And they got a lot of kills to show for it, actually. And then see how he's staggered his lines here where he can keep going? These miners doing a ton of damage. Look at that Queek just rolling through the middle of the line. Ooh. Iron Drakes, that's actually a really solid unit versus the Skaven, because almost nothing the Skaven has any armor, and then a Flame Cannon, same call. Interesting. They're protected by a Dragonback Slayer, Thane, a Runesmith, and Grombrindle. These Iron Drake, oh my gosh, they gotta watch out. They are in a bad place. They are in a bad place. Run, Iron Drakes! Don't do it. I want to see roasty toasty Skaven. These Norgrimling Iron Breakers are going to be darn near invincible against these Skaven units. Alright, let's see if these Iron Drakes can get themselves in a position. I think this blob right over here is looking pretty juicy. Flame roasted. Skaven, anyone? No, you're pointed the wrong way. Turn around. Turn around right here into the blob. Alright, so the Skaven are winning this blob fight over here, and then the Censer Bearers are coming around the corner. Ooh, they took a hit with that Flame Cannon. Yeah, the Iron Drakes need to take note of this fight over here as well, because this fight right here is just screaming chevrons. Yep, he sees it. This is where you could like 9 chevron your unit in one battle if this stays blobbed up like this. Oh, the Skaven player, what is he doing? Blobbing up in front of a Flame Cannon and an Iron Drake with units that have no armor. Oh, it hurts, but it's so much fun to watch all at the same time. Just look at this. Look at the carnage. This is going to be one crispy pile of well-done Skaven. No, don't even attack it, man. Don't even attack it with the Slayers. Just let your Runesmith do this. Flame Cannon, 184 kills that quickly, 2 chevrons. And the Iron Drakes, they only managed to get 18. I think that Iron Drake actually could have been way more effective than it has been so far. It's not done terrible, but I think it could have done better. Look at this, Queek and the Plague Priest using Wither to help Queek cut his way through Grombrindle, but Grombrindle is one tough character. 558 damage, yeah, that is no joke. And there's a Runesmith headed over too, and Queek and his Plague Priest are like, yeah, no thanks. No thanks. Look at that. Oh, man. With no fast-moving units, the Skaven are now going to be in big trouble. This artillery and the Iron Drakes are going to absolutely wreak havoc. That Flame Cannon is just going to be gruesome. Yeah, the failure to get to the Flame Cannon at this point is going to cost. Alright, now the Iron Drake's starting to pick up a few kills. Storm Vermin, though, again, decent armor. They're not going to be immediate kills. Look at this Warriors of Dragonfire pass, 163 kills, and they're just standing here like, hey, anybody else coming? Let us know. Axe is on fire. Don't ask us how it's possible. Let's look at this over here. Yeah, Dragonback Slayers are chasing out some of these units. Some of the Censer Bearers regrouped out here, but I don't think they would do that well against Slayers. Queek and the Plague Priest shatter. And that's it, folks. That's all she wrote for the Skaven in this flame-based crouching dwarf attack here. That was pretty funny. And the Skaven just had the wrong army for it. This is like all the things that could go right for the dwarves, it went right. And like a huge infantry blobs for the cannons, check. Infantry blobs for Iron Drakes, check. Infantry blobs for, yeah, you get the point. So, fun army, Elo, sir. Thanks for fielding it. Thanks for sending in. Zedicus, thanks for playing as well, providing us with good entertainment. Let's go check out this Gobbo versus Chaos battle here. Goblins are not exactly who I would want to be facing Chaos, and let's see what Chaos has brought. I'm actually kind of surprised not to see some Chaos Knights with lances or Chaos Knights here, because the Greenskin's pretty vulnerable to cavalry. There are some Marauder Horsemen, which is, again, an interesting pick, because the Greenskins are actually pretty darn good with light cavalry. So that's an odd pick, and sure enough, there's every imaginable light cavalry unit for the Greenskins here, a full line of Skulkers, but Skulkers aren't strong enough in and of themselves to take down Chaos Infantry. There are some Warlords boys in the back, a couple of Gobbo Archers, Rusty Heirs, a Ragnarok Queen, Skarsnik, who does have anti-large, which could be helpful here, a Night Gobbo Shaman and a Gobbo Big Boss, and they have to take down Big Daddy Kolek the Sun Eater, and it's lightning in the background because Kolek's here, I guess. Yeah, I wouldn't think the Marauder horses are going to do well facing off against the arrow-armed Greenskin light cavalry, and I don't think these Chaos Warhounds can catch up to the two poisonous spider units over here. The Skulkers are really charging in over here, kind of getting ahead of themselves, but I mean, I guess they'll do all right, maybe, if they can hold their leadership together. Skulkers actually doing pretty good against the Marauders, and they're holding their own momentarily. Here comes the more heavily armored Chosen with great weapons, but they're just going to get a face full of Spider, and the Spider sends them flying down the hill. Kolek really trying to get rid of these mangy Marauders, and I'm not really sure why. I don't think they're going to do all that much to him if he keeps moving. They'll damage him a little. It'll be annoying. But I think Kolek has some missile resistance, and it's pretty tough. Pretty tough unit. Aspiring Champions are going to break through, but they can't do anything about these Archers. So that's not where they want to go. Then all the Night Goblins are in battle now. Skarsnik is up here. Looks like they've taken out the Death Sorcerer, whom Chaos wasn't able to continue controlling. Ooh, the Ragnarok Queen is getting a beat down from Kolek. Kolek is 594, now 702 with armor piercing and anti-large. The Ragnarok Queen is armor piercing, but not near the damage that Kolek is going to output. But at this point, the Archers are going to start taking their toll. The Skulkers, all over the battlefield, did pretty darn well, actually, all things considered. And the light cavalry has been annoying enough to be successful here. These Warhounds have not gotten over to the Archers. They're going to head that way now, but they've taken so much damage, I'm not sure they can do it effectively or at all. We'll see. Somehow, the Spider's still staying alive. Skarsnik's anti-large would be great, and he poisons as well, but Kolek can knock him around. It's just right now he's not, so Skarsnik is poisoning, which is helping to kind of nerf Kolek a little. Yeah, the Warhounds didn't make it to the Archers, and at this point I'm pretty sure the Greenskins should be able to coast on home. Kolek calls in a little lightning, because why not? And you see Skarsnik and Gobbler there. They'll never be able to catch Kolek. Looks like they're trying to kite the Spider out into these throwing axes. That'll definitely get some damage done. But it won't be enough. The Spider's still alive, and the Spider's holding Kolek down, or at least it's trying to. If it runs from him, he's just going to take damage. There's really not a way for Kolek to tank out everything that's left. The all-Gobbo army actually ended up doing quite well against this Chaos build. You know, if Chaos knew that the Greenskins were going to do an all-Gobbo build, I think there's good ways for Chaos to beat it. But that's the thing, right? You don't know what they're going to bring. But I have to question, with this Chaos army, what did he think the Greenskins were going to bring? Chaos Warriors aren't good against armor. He could be good against Goblins. He had a Chosen with great weapons. An Aspiring Champion. The throwing axes are just a weird choice against all of the Greenskin light cavalry. I'm not really sure what the purpose of this particular Chaos army was. I when you have anti-large with Kolek, you have a Death Sorcerer, which can be useful against Greenskins, because Greenskins can't heal. So Death Sorcerer, I think I like that pick. You can also use it to cause more terror aspect of Dread Knight, where you could do a Doom and Darkness. There's a lot of uses for a Death Sorcerer, so I think that was a solid pick. But depends on how you use it as well. Kolek's just running away from the battle. Not really going to help him at this point because the rest of his troops are up here dying and he's just leaving them. Look at this. Kolek's like, yeah, maybe if I just chill back here, everything will be alright. Maybe if I turn around, all the goblins will just kill themselves. Get some close-ups of the goblins doing their thing. They're so teeny, like you can't even tell what's going on. It's just like Chaos is swinging at these little things in the grass. Those aspiring champions look huge by comparison. But look at this. Chaos being chased from the battlefield by a small army of Gobbos. Gobbo power, people. Gobbo power. Thanks for sending that in, Luke. And thank you for playing as well. And yeah, I mean, that Chaos army there. That Chaos army against Greenskins. Yeah, so several Chaos... I mean, Chaos Warriors, are they a good pick against Goblins? Yeah, I think so. I guess so. I mean, two aspiring champions. I mean, I would rather, you know, like if anything, I would want to see a bunch of Chaos Warriors in Forsaken, if you expected a Gobbo army, right? That's if you expected the Gobbo army. And then I would want to bring just kind of a tanky lord that's not easy to kill, something like Sigvald. That way they don't really have a good target, you know, for any of their big stuff to go after, because Kolek's a huge target. So, I don't know, just a thought. Like, if you had a bunch of Forsaken and Chaos Warriors, I think Goblins are going to suffer. They're not going to like fighting all that. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed it. HeirofCarthage, signing out for now. I'll be back soon with some more Total War Warhammer 2 online battles.